Nothing warms the foodie heart more than witnessing success stories and seeing hardworking chefs achieve their goals. The city of Northville is host to one such chef, Sylvia Parra McCarthy, who hails from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Sunday, August 6th was a special day for Sylvia and her family. It was the grand opening of their brick-and-mortar location for Brava Empanadas. Not only was I excited to bite into some delicious and wholesome empanadas, but I was also very familiar with the store's location. Brava Empanadas is in the former Jet's Pizza, which moved a few doors down into a larger space. The new headquarters for Sylvia's Empanada Empire is on Novi Road just across the street from Guernsey's, a Northville ice cream and dairy institution. Since late 2019, Sylvia and two of her children drove around in their food truck of the same name, sharing a part of their culture with residents across Metro Detroit in the crescent shape of savory pastry turnovers. So, to be opening a permanent base of operations nearly 4 years later is a momentous occasion. I brought along my foodie at arms, Juan, to help inhale some empanadas. Juan and I met up in the parking lot just a few minutes before things kicked off around 4 p.m. and the doors officially opened.
Buenos Aires, good evening everybody! Welcome to Brava!
Several folks and avid supporters of the food truck had already started lining up and gathering near the door in anticipation. Hunger was in the air. I sat down with Sylvia later on after the opening festivities started to wind down, and she walked me through her journey over the years to reach this point.
We started off as a food truck. The idea is to show I cooked since I was a little girl. So, and cooking was both my passion and my family as well. So, I couldn't find Argentine food in here in Michigan. So I decided to start. My idea was a food truck on my own during the weekends, and then COVID hit. I had the food truck ready. We start doing some neighborhoods. We start going around. People has to go out, and I think he was accepting more ethnic food. So the food truck went very well with that. So at the beginning, I said I was planning to do like a ghost kitchen where I can have or I prepare all my food in a kind of my own kitchen, and I live 3 minutes away. This place opened up for me, and I said, well, no, we are gonna do the kitchen there, and then everybody starts saying, why don't you start doing pickup or delivery? And so we accepting that suggestion from the customers, and here we are, open a pickup and delivery place. We have a couple of chairs, but mainly it's gonna be our commissary kitchen for the food truck, and the pickup and delivery location for us.
For those unfamiliar with Argentinian culture and cuisine, empanadas are part of their national identity. While some may be more familiar with the Mexican rendition of an empanada, which is comprised of corn-based dough and then fried, it's important to note that several South American countries take different approaches. The Argentinian method uses flour-based dough and finalizes them baked rather than fried. Some traditional fillings for an Argentinian empanada include ground or cubed beef, ham and cheese, ham and onion, spinach and cheese, and humita, which is essentially a sweet corn with white sauce. These delectable eats can pack quite the flavorful punch. Plus, due to their size, you can usually get away with eating a couple of them before hitting max capacity. As a result, Sylvia's clearly attracted quite the following over the years. When she had time, Sylvia walked around engaging and welcoming every patron, offering mini beef empanadas to every guest waiting for their order and to those still waiting to place them. I asked her what it meant to see so much support from the community on this big day.
I start putting it in Latin pages where they know the product, but then the people here, the local people, when they try the food, they're really great supporters. They themselves post, themselves put reviews. So really, we have a very nice neighborhood supporting. We've been 3 years in the farmers market in Northville. Every Thursday, they have a lot of customers coming back for our empanadas, waiting a lot for this location to open. They get mad because it took a long time. Actually, a car crashed through the door, the wall. So we wait 3 months for that to be fixed. So the customers, they were waiting and waiting and.
Oh wow.
Yes.
It's always a journey of some
It's
kind.
a journey, and really, we're happy that we get here. Yes, and now I have my 5 kids working today in the opening.
Oh, there you go. So it's a family endeavor.
Yes, yes.
And you had mentioned because you had been cooking since you were very young. So what is like for you? What does cooking and being a chef mean to you?
Really, I love like for me making like a production of the same flavor as it was a challenge because I like to be creative in the kitchen. I like to start mixing ingredients, and so I think the challenge for me is trying to make all these empanadas, trying to taste the same each time.
Yep.
Because
Like a taste of home.
yes, because I like to cook a lot and I like to put different ingredients, and I like to cook with traditional ingredients. I like to cook with we make our own dough. We mix flours to try to make it similar to the one that we make in Argentina. So I cook very traditional.
Once Juan and I got our box of empanada goodies, we rushed to the nearest table outside under a canopy. We started breaking them in half, revealing the cheesy and mouth-watering interiors. Without a doubt, the pulled pork potato was my favorite. The barbecue and splash of hot sauce blended wonderfully and further elevated Sylvia's homemade pulled pork, which was the flavor piece de resistance. It shouldn't come as a surprise, my other favorites were the cheese-packed ones. The ham and cheese and spinach and cheese. The little cubed hams were savory and rich and portioned very well throughout the sea of cheese. The spinach was smooth and maintained a good consistency post-bake, and the mozzarella was heavenly when paired with a bechamel sauce. The white sauce is perfect for this empanada, adding a buttery and creamy element. The humita, a great vegan option, was unique and really delicious. The cream-style corn with peppers and onions reminded me of a Southwest blend for my Arizona days, but the diced pumpkin and spices took my taste buds to a different and unfamiliar arena, but I was digging it. Overall, these empanadas are downright fire, but just don't take my word for it, go check them out yourself. Now that Sylvia and her family have achieved this goal, I asked what fans in the community can expect next for the future of Brava Empanadas.
Really, my idea, I think, is to I'm gonna try to see if I can work with locals for the lunch, like showing some of the traditional like soups in winter or stews in winter. We use I know lentils, squash, or the different stews or soups with empanadas. Make like kind of combos. I think was my idea, or make like salad combos during the summer, more lunch type, but to go, always to go. But I think it's gonna be that, but no more like traditional way of cooking our food. Trying to see if I can make combos so they have another option. We actually doing that with a food truck for office lunch. We do a salad and two empanadas and things like that.
Still doing like some catering and stuff.
Yes, we do catering. So office it's very like they like to have the food truck in the office for the people. It's fancy. So we prepare a couple of empanadas, and the option that we have vegan and vegetarian is something that the people like a lot those days, because the people tend a lot to have vegan and vegetarian empanadas. They're very popular. So it's something that you can see the colors, hear the noises and the smells, and so then you can enjoy it. I think it's something nice to share with the community.
Sylvia's love for cooking, her family, community, and patrons is genuinely inspiring. Seeing her achieve this next step in the restaurateur ladder felt special to witness. And I'd wager that Sylvia and her family aren't done climbing. And while the Brava Empanadas location in Northville is only pickup and delivery, Sylvia's food truck is still hitting the streets as well, so there will still be opportunities to catch some downright fire empanadas out and about around Metro Detroit. If you're in the mood for trying something new with some variety and cultural flair, stop by Brava Empanadas in Northville or catch the truck at an event near you. You won't be disappointed. For the full story and empanada breakdowns, read my full write-up below.